Hi there, I'm Carol Jurgensen-Sheets, aka Carol the Coach. And I want to talk to partners who have over a year recovery. Because at about a year, you're assessing where you were, where you want to be, and actually where you're not. You know, you're mad that you're not further along. And so I want to normalize the experience for you. I mean, truly, this process takes 1 to 3 years minimum, sometimes 1 to 5. And it's not fair. Nobody should have to be tormented like this. He had no idea he was going to do this to you, even though the whole time he was deceiving you. He was in denial, and he did not look at the fact that someday you could find out and be tortured by his choices. But back to your brain. It takes a minimum of 1 to 3 years to heal. And at year 1, when you've had that 12-month anniversary, you're probably able to say, you know, I'm doing better than I was before. I am. But I am not nearly doing as well as I thought I would. And I can't imagine being over there on the other side where I feel safe and I feel confident. I feel confident about myself. Now, here's what I typically know about partners that have a year's worth of recovery. You have read everything out there that you can get your hands on to understand his stuff. But have you really read what you need to understand yours? I hope so. I mean, there are great books like Your Sexually Addicted Spouse by Barbara Steffens and Marcia Means. There's also great stuff out there by Sherry Keffer, Intimate Deceptions. And the first book ever, An Affair of the Mind by Lori Hall. Her name might have been Moisen then. Really made public what porn addiction was all about. But here's what I'm going to ask you to do. I'd like to ask you to do 30 days without any reading, any exercises that help you to understand what has happened to you. Because after a year, I just want you to see what it's like to live free from that identity of being a partner. I know I'm working myself out of a job, right? And actually, I've always said as a therapist, before I even did sexual addiction, I want to work myself out of a job because I want everybody that I work with to be healthy and not need me. But here's what I know to be true. Sometimes partners get so much support from their support groups, get so much support from their online groups, their church groups, their reading, their journaling, that they need to take a break. And when they take that break, what are you going to focus on? I'm serious. What can you focus on if you're not constantly thinking about the addiction, his recovery, potential slips and relapses? Well, what I know is that it means focusing in on you. Or maybe you just do a deep dive into the grief. But I want you to do it, not that I'm asking you not to use support, but I want you to do it based on that delicate balance between doing your work and focusing on other areas of your life. What does that look like? That means for 30 days, get into your children 100%. Or, if you're a grandmother, get into the grandkids. Or, if you're really lucky, you have a puppy who sleeps right by you. And I know, baby, I know. You can play with him. Take daily walks. You want to lay back down. Love on him. In other words, I'm asking you to focus on things that either bring you happiness and joy, or lay down, boo-boo. Good boy. Down. Or that really work on developing other areas of your life. You know, is there a club that you've wanted to join? A book club? A hiking club? And you haven't had the energy to do it because your energy is all about the recovery. Your energy is all about his addiction. Well, that's what I'm asking you to do, to focus on you. Because you know, there's 3 stages to your recovery. 1 is safety and stabilization. And after a year, I hope you feel safe and stable to the best of your ability. 2, it's the grieving and mourning of what you thought you had, what you wanted, what you needed, what you didn't have. And possibly you're saying to yourself, I will never have what I thought I could have because it's been tarnished. That's grief. And then that 3rd stage is post-traumatic growth. It's restoration. Restoration of yourself. That's where I want you to have 1 foot in. What do I want to do? Take an art class? Do I want to hold babies at the hospital? Do I want to work at the Humane Society? What do I want to do? I want you to feel like you can do whatever you need to do to reinforce who you are. And I don't want you to be defined solely by being a partner. True, what he did to you was the worst thing ever. But now it's up to you to use my coaching principle. I am 100% responsible for my behavior. And so no matter what happens, I am responsible for finding my happiness. And what I promise you is you can feel happy again. And if you really, really, really are struggling, email me at carolthecoach.com, because we'll figure out how to get you some extra help closer to your home. Because I know that these YouTubes go all over the world. Okay, the challenge. Decrease heavily the amount of recovery that you're in right now for just 30 days. And see how it feels to have all that empty space to focus on the healthier sides of you. You know how men have that outer circle behavior, which are the healthy habits? I want you to have those too. And I want to hear about them. So email me and let me know.